Hey, what's going on, guys? I know I'm a couple days late. Treyarch just dropped a trailer 2 days ago of another dev talk for Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Let's take a look.
Hey everyone, Matt Schranz here, Design Director at Treyarch, back again to answer some more of your questions about multiplayer coming out of the Black Ops 7 beta. Okay, let's get right into it with a juicy one. Are open playlists going to be the standard for launch? I'm very happy to say that the matchmaking that we introduced in the Black Ops 7 beta, which is the classic matchmaking where skill is minimally considered, will be the new standard matchmaking for Black Ops 7 multiplayer on launch.
This is great because I think I speak for everyone when I say this. I want to say for the past 5 years, skill-based matchmaking has been horrible. We've been asking for them to remove this since forever. Now, what they're saying here is that they're not removing it completely, but it will be consider minimal consideration, I guess, where it's not something that is a focus for when you're getting put into lobbies. I remember playing the beta for like 4 or 5 days, and when they announced that they were going to be lowering the skill based matchmaking, it wasn't something that I noticed very quickly. It wasn't until they did the open beta, and that's when anyone can join. You didn't have to have a code or anything like that. And I think you saw it there because there were more players coming in at lower skill bases, or I guess lower level skill base. And that's when I noticed. So, we'll see when it launches November 14th, but this is good news. It feels like at this point, 5 years later, they're making changes and they're listening to the community. This is where I say Battlefield 6 is the reason why a lot of these changes are happening. I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think that they are afraid of losing the community to Battlefield. And although Battlefield, as we already know, is different from Call of Duty, they don't want to lose that core fan base because people are looking for something new. And Call of Duty hasn't really made any changes. This is big. Let's continue.
Next question, and it's a good question. Why wait until the Black Ops 7 beta to try this?
Mm.
Simply put, it's a beta. Betas are meant for us to test
This
things.
is
We
true.
wanted to take a big swing on
Yeah.
something that we knew you had a lot of feedback on. That's what we did with matchmaking,
Yeah.
and that's why we did it. Are we getting persistent lobbies? Yes. Our goal with Black Ops 7 multiplayer on day one is to keep players together after a match. Obviously, it's a little trickier with quick play and dedicated servers, but the plan is to keep players together as much as
I like
possible.
that.
Are you changing aim assist? So I can say we are actively looking at the tuning of rotational aim assist and our aim assist strength across all inputs to make sure
Okay.
that we have a fair and competitive launch for Black Ops 7 multiplayer.
I like
What's
that.
changing from the beta? So in short, there's a ton based off of your feedback and our data. Let's get into a few questions to touch on this. I
Okay.
can't hear footsteps. So we hear you,
Could never
or
hear
we don't.
footsteps.
We wanted to kind of go out with Black Ops 7 multiplayer beta and the footsteps a little bit on the softer side.
Yeah.
We know there's always a bit of a back and forth with our community on how loud or soft the footsteps
Yeah.
should be, but we are taking a look at bumping the volume of those footsteps just a little bit for launch. Can you make dexterity default? Believe me, I have seen the feedback on this. I
Please.
will say that we are looking at our options. We want to make sure that you're not forced to play aggressively, but we also understand the importance of fluidity paired with our next level omni movement and new mechanics like wall jumps.
So this is interesting because since the beta, I don't know if it was a bug or not. I watched a couple videos on YouTube, one of them being J God, and everyone keeps saying keep the perks all the same, but you're gonna have to always keep this dexterity on. I don't even know if I said that word right. But I feel like you should have certain perks be by default. And by having movement for me is so important. You don't want it to feel slow or that you're at a disadvantage when it comes to playing in multiplayer or in Warzone. A lot of these things won't even be implemented in Warzone, which is something that a lot of people are concerned with. Like what he just mentioned, the wall jumping. From what we've heard, the rumors are that that kind of movement won't be implemented in Warzone. Some people may want it, some people don't. There's a lot more casuals on Warzone, being that it's a free to play game, whereas Black Ops 7 is a game you're gonna have to pay for. You know what I mean? So, uh, I like where this is going. I like that a lot of these questions that he's answering are actual concerns and not made up by them. This is them listening to the community. I like it.
So we'll have more details to share coming soon. Did you play the beta? Of course I did. I can give you kind of a personal anecdote, kind of a fond memory that jumps out to me. I said it before, overload on exposure with active camo, some of my favorite times in Black Ops 7. Definitely had a lot of fun there over the weekend. Some of your guitar riffs are too loud.
Oh my God. Hold on. Before he even answers that, the volume in this game, and I don't know if it's always been like this with Call of Duty, but for whatever reason, my God, I can't hear anything whenever like something pops up on my screen. And that's another thing too. Things just popping up on the screen. I wish if you know a way, I wish there was a way either I could remove the notifications or like move them, have customization where the notifications come up. And the volume is so loud where I just remove it completely. It's so loud, and it happens like at the worst time when you're in the middle of a fight. It's crazy, but let's hear what they have to say.
So I think you're probably talking about the Nemesis sound effect. We reintroduced the Nemesis system in Black Ops 7. We are going to be lowering that guitar riff just a little bit for launch. Sorry to Kevin Sherwood, we love your riffs. Is it called wall jump or wall bounce? So I can say that we, Treyarch, developed and designed it as wall jump.
Yeah.
But just like you're calling our HKD's baby raps, once it's in your hands, you can call it whatever the hell you want to. Can you improve the spawns on Cortex? So we'll do you one better. We're going to improve the spawn logic on every map based off of the data from the beta ahead of launch. As always, thanks for watching. Want to give a big shout out to the team. We'll be back with some more dev talks, including some more information on zombies.
So I would say this is pretty good. I'm excited to see what happens come November 14th when the game launches. Again, I'm not a Battlefield guy. I know the game is out. It's been out since yesterday, and a lot of people are loving it. That's great. It's just not my kind of like gameplay that I enjoy. I did play the Battlefield 6 beta. I've said this before in other videos. It's just too slow paced for me. The movement feels slow, the pacing feels slow. There's just too many things going on. I just like small maps, and maybe I don't know, maybe it's just over time I've gotten tired of multiplayer. Whenever I think it was 2019, 2020 when we got Verdansk as battle royale for Call of Duty, I'm just not a multiplayer kind of guy. I enjoy playing multiplayer to level up guns, get some camos, things like that. But I can care less about campaign. I might even try campaign for Call of Duty when it drops November 14th. But Battlefield 6, I don't know. It's just not for me. And I think this is great for all players having options. I know there are people out there, I know friends of mine that are just tired of Call of Duty and tired of everything that we've endured in the last 5 years of the up and downs, of just inconsistencies with all these other studios on their Activision, and just there's no consistency. So, you know, it's tough to say. I'm really excited to see what happens in Black Ops 7, but as far as playing Battlefield 6, it's just not for me, man. And that's not to say that it's a bad game. It's probably a fantastic game. It's just not for everybody. Just like Call of Duty's not for everybody, Battlefield 6 isn't for everybody. I just love that there's options. And let's be honest, I feel like we need to say thank you to Battlefield 6 and EA, because if it wasn't for what they're doing right now, I don't think Call of Duty Activision will be pivoting to make changes such as taking away skill-based matchmaking. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Until next time, keep gaming. Peace.